Creatively Faithful friends. This is Teresa, and welcome back to my channel. In my poll that I put up the other day, I asked what you wanted to see, and you're going to see a little bit of what you asked for. I'm going to do a, this is going to go up first. So this is the February setup for my reading journal. And you might see some big goof ups in this reading journal in this February setup. So, so there will be that. And then also you are going to see my faith planner setup. So those were the two that won, that had the most votes. And so this is going to go up first because I'm planning to put this up first. And then the faith planner setup will go up probably next week. It will go up before next Wednesday when I do Worshipful Wednesday. So I have out these two washi tapes. I'm thinking that both of them go with this. And then I have these 3 stickers that I created. And then I'm planning to pull out some paper, which I haven't pulled out yet, so I'm going to have to pause the video and go get the paper. And I am hoping that this castle fits. I might have to cut a little bit of it off. So let's do that first. Okay, so let's make sure we are, yep. Okay, so this is February. So we are setting up February. You know what? I don't have all the supplies I need, so I'm going to turn the video off, and then I am going to get what else I need, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am back. I found 2 pieces of paper that I think will go with kind of this setup. I have a castle and some butterflies. I have some books, some flowers, and then I have some princess related things. So, all right, let's get going. Okay. Disclaimer, I have never done this before, and I have a specific way that I know that I want to do it. I will let you know that it is, I will link her channel down below. It is how Cam from Piece of the Plans sets up her reading journals. And I just love what she does and how she does it, and that's how I want to do it. So that's what I'm doing. So thank you, Cam. All right, so let's, I think I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put her in the middle. So, but I want some of this white paper. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Okay. So I'm going to warn you right now that my tape gun, what I'm using today, it squeaks. So okay, so we're going to put that right there, and we will come back and trim that off and round that corner. And see what I mean? And it didn't even put any tape on here. So I think I'm gonna need, I hope it'll put tape on this. I hope this will put tape on it. Nope. Okay. So we are going to put her right in the middle. And I think, let's see, I might use this crown, I might not. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put that right there. Okay, now what's going on this side is this castle. And you probably think, why in the world did you make that so huge? Well, I measured, and I don't know what happens in the transfer of designing it to cutting it, but I've had that issue lately. So I got to figure all that out, but I got a plan. I got some plan. And I'll tell you in just a minute why I decided on a fairy tale theme for this month. Once I get this out and figure out. Okay. Let's go, just go ahead and do it. Okay. So let me cut off these things. Cut off these things. We have the excess of this castle. Okay. And then the spires that are hanging over. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, so let's put our month up here. Okay, oh, I like how that turned out. And I spelled it right. Okay, so I am going to write right down here. First, I'm going to draw a line. So I'm going to write books read, and I only read 3 books. So I am going to put it in 3 lines. And I'll go back and erase the lines. So let's use, I don't know that I want to use that pen. I don't know what pen I want to use. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want that pen. Let's use this pen. Okay, I'll come back and fill that in. And then I need a quote right down there, and I don't have one yet, so I'll come back and do that in just a few minutes. And then we'll do our next 2 pages. So on this page, on this side of the page, I am going to do new words from the month. So let me write that before and I am going to write it in all caps. Let me write that before I start decorating. Over here, this spread, I need to have space. So, or this page, I need to have space. So I won't do a lot of big, huge decoration. So this is where I think I'm going to bring in these washi tapes. I think I'm going to put that one down first. Got a washi tape cutter that somebody so kindly sent me. So let me pull this up a minute, because oh, I hope that's going to stick. It feels kind of like it might not. And then we're going to take this and we're just going to tear that one. And I think I'm going to use a couple of these butterflies and save that other butterfly for another page. I think I'm going to just use one. Okay, so on this side of the page, I am going to do first lines at the top half. Because I keep track of the first lines of every book that I read. I think that the first lines are very interesting. And I've done that for a long time. That really I did, even though I am borrowing or using this same layout from Cam, I don't know why I keep saying Cami, because I used to know a Cami. I forgot what I was saying. Even though I have borrowed this layout from her, some of these things I've done for a long time. Not really new words. I never kept track of new words, but did keep track of first lines. And right here, we are going to put our stats. have to tell you, I've never really kept track of stats in a book, you know, in my reading. So I'll come back and fill that in a second as well. So let's throw some decoration on this page. I don't necessarily mean throw. Okay, I am going to use this pair of slippers because princesses wear slippers, don't they? So let's see if we can put this right up here. I love these slippers. And I'll just cut off the excesses hanging off the page. Let's see if I have. I don't know why I made these things so huge. I thought I was making them a good size. So I've got to get better at that. Got to get better at that. So I just want to throw a little tiny bit down there. Lines and our stats, and then we have something else that's going to go right here. I'm going to put a tip in right here, but I've got to I'm going to do these two pages first. This page and this page are going to be my favorite quote, and then quotes from, and then some other quotes, because I had, you know, I had one book that I had pulled like several quotes from, but so I am going to attempt to write this. And I'm not gonna do a whole lot here. 3 boxes is gonna be enough. And we'll just decorate the bottom half because I didn't read that many books and I was just getting into it and didn't know what all I was going to do. Okay. So we've got enough room for we've got enough room for some quotes, and then we will think we're going to put this horse down at the bottom. Oh, I told you I would come back and tell you why I was doing a fairy tale theme for the month of February. So the month of February was the February Readathon, and it was all about fairy tale retellings. You didn't have to read just that, but I did read just that. Although one of the books I didn't read wasn't a fairy tale retelling, but you had to read a book that was kind of, I forgot what the prompt said, but anyhow, this book had a mermaid in it. Wasn't, so that's, but it wasn't a fairy tale retelling of The Little Mermaid or anything. Okay, I tore the horse's reins, so I gotta fix them. I think I tore his hoof too. Again, me and these stickers. Ugh. Way too big. Way too big. That's okay. You live and you learn, right? Okay, let's get some of these flowers. We'll put some flowers over there by him. Let's do it like that. This right in the stats so you can see what I am going to keep track of. Okay, so for this tip in, I am going to, oh, not that one, that's my key. I am going to cut pages from the back of the book. I don't have another journal that's like this. I know lots of people, when they do that, they use a different journal. I don't have a different journal, so I can't do that. So I'm just going to use pages from the back, because I know I'm not going to use up all these pages, and I'm going to want a new one in next year anyhow. Okay, so now I can figure out how far down I need it to go. Yeah, right there. let's do that one up here because they're different. Okay. So now what we're going to do to put this tip in here is we're going to use this removable tape that I have and put it on there. Sorry, my desk is not usually such a mess when I'm filming. Okay. So we are going to put it right there. And just and we're going to put another piece of tape. Hopefully we can get it the right length. Yep, perfect. Don't want to cut my ribbon. Okay. All right, so I will tell you what Cam from Piece of the Plans puts on her tip in. She just decorates the front of it, and I'm gonna decorate the front of it for now. I'll tell you what I'm going to start doing once I get up a little bit further when I started keeping track of it. And then on the back of it, she keeps track of, she has a chart and she keeps track of the date she started a book and the date she finished a book. Well, I cannot do that. It's just, to me, that is too much for me. So for today, I am just going to decorate this. I am going to add some flowers and some books on the front and on the back. I am very excited about doing this, and my good friend, I know I've mentioned her before, I talked her into doing a reading journal, and she got hers all finished way before I did. She doesn't do videos or anything. And so I talked to her one day, what can I put there? I really want to do this, but I didn't know what to put there. And together, well, she gave one suggestion, and together we came up with the suggestion. So she gave one suggestion, and then it kind of blossomed into this. Look at what I did. So I am going to, on the other side, I am going to write my thoughts and ponderings about reading, because I have lots of thoughts, and you know, there's nowhere in this reading journal to write them down. So so that's what I decided to do. So we're gonna take up a little bit of room with one of these ginormous butterflies. See if I can get it out of here without tearing his antenna. Ah, I did. I think this will work. Okay, I'm going to put them right, right down there in the corner and going over a little bit. Okay, so where's my little black pen? So, I'm going to start over here and I'm going to write small. Thoughts and ponderings about, I hope I have enough room. Oh, I don't. Reading. And it's not centered, but guess what? It's okay. Okay, and then I'll just write out some thoughts. Write out, in fact, I'll tell you this month what I'm going to write about. How excited I got about that readathon. So, okay, so the stats, I need to go look up my stats, what I'm going to write down, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and wrote out the stats that I'm going to keep track of. So I'm going to keep track of total books read, total books checked out, because I don't buy books. I check them out from the library. I did buy one book, but that's a very, very rare exception, so I'm not going to keep track of those. I do check books out from the library. I check books out from Libby. And as I alluded to in my June TBR, my daughter is going to let me use her Kindle for a little while so I know whether I like it or not. And then total pages read, my favorite book, my least favorite book, what were the genres I read, the average rating that I gave the books, the favorite character, least favorite character, and the favorite new words. So those are the stats. So let's take a quick peek through this. And so I have the month, February, I have my castle. I'll come back when I do my my reviews and I show you all those. I'll make sure that I show you my quote. If you can think of a fairy tale quote that has anything to do with a reading, I'm sure there are a bunch out there. Drop it in the comments down below. So I have to fill in my books that I read, and then my new words I'll do while I'm filling in my book reviews. There's my little tip in. Thoughts and ponderings about readings I'll also share. First lines, stats, and then my quotes pages. So as soon as I kind of get caught up on these things, then it won't be so daunting. So anyhow, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing this video for you. And I'm finally thankful to be on the journey here to getting this reading journal on the way. So thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.